Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a TikTok dating coach for you here today in the form of this woman who basically just says straight up that she brings nothing whatsoever to the table. She won't cook for you, she won't clean for you, she won't treat you well at all. She brings essentially nothing. These are her words, as you'll see in a moment, although I am paraphrasing. You will see exactly what she says. Now, I use the word dating coach loosely because she has a very large following over on TikTok where she gives advice to women and tells them what to do insofar as dating men. And boy, is it absolutely terrible, as always, with these women over on TikTok. So let's jump right in. As always, guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. We have a variety of clips from this woman here today, and we also have some extra ones towards the end as well from various other women if we have time. So let's take a listen. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
For every man who is interested in taking me out for this new year, I'm just going to give it to you straight. If you're looking for a girl who's going to take care of you or cook you dinner or going to provide for you, you're not going to find that here, okay? I don't bring things to the table.
And there it is. I don't bring things to the table. I don't cook for you. I'm not going to be nice to you, obviously. You know, she brings absolutely nothing to the table. Now, guys, it might come as no surprise to you, but this woman has struggled in dating for whatever reason. I can't possibly imagine why. But again, she's out here giving advice to women.
You're not going to find that here, okay? I don't bring things to the table. You know what I bring? I bring these good looks, this hot body, and an unforgettable personality. But that's about it. Everything else is pretty much up to you. And I like it that way. I'm going to keep it that way. So if you're looking for a girl who's going to bring something to the table, you're not going to find that here. And you might as well move along and not take me out. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that.
Okay, so this woman not only brings nothing to the table, but apparently the only thing that she does bring to the table is her fantastic personality, which, by the way, guys, you know, you would have to pay me a significant amount of money to tolerate, to actually spend time with a woman like this, guys. I think you would have to pay most men in order to do it. And a lot of guys would still say, no, I'm not interested. So she says she has a great personality. Me, along with most people, probably think that we'd rather spend our time listening to literally anything else on the planet. So there's that. And then she goes on to say that she brings her body to the table. Now, this is a crazy argument, guys, because on the one hand, modern women say that they don't want to be objectified. But then on the other hand, the thing that they say that they do bring to the table is apparently their body. And that's it. Body and stunning personality. Now, guys, these sorts of things, they seem to contradict to me, but that's probably because I'm thinking a little bit too logically about this situation. Now, speaking of not speaking logically here about situations, I have today's next clip here, which I will pull up momentarily. All right, so this next clip here is the exact same woman, and she is a bit mad, okay? Now, she has failed in dating to nobody's surprise, and so she's mad at men for it. Obviously, it's men's fault. And she says, men, could you please elaborate on where you are finding these buffoonery excuses, please and thank you. So let's take a listen to this one.
Where are y'all finding these excuses as to not be with women? Okay, like, whatever happened to the standard, you know, I just don't think I'm ready for a relationship right now. I don't really think I'm in the headspace for a relationship. Like, that was giving, okay? Like, I don't think anybody had a problem with that. It's
what happened to regular, normal women who weren't a complete pain in the ass. Like, guys, so this woman, right, just went on a rant about how she brings nothing to the table whatsoever, aside from her body, apparently, and her fantastic personality, which we all know that to be complete nonsense. And then she has another video on her page, by the way, guys. Again, this person has like 400,000 followers or something, by the way, over on TikTok. And then we see a follow-up video like this one, and she's asking herself the question, and directly at men, right? What is it that men are doing? Why are we making up excuses? Why don't we want to be with modern women anymore? Guys, I don't have any excuses. Men don't have any excuses. We have real, valid reasons as to why men do not want to be with you. Okay, number one, you're a giant headache. Number two, in your own words, you bring nothing to the table. And that's pretty much it. That's all she wrote. That's enough for most men. It really is. But of course, guys, you know, we as men, we are the ones who are always being blamed for this nonsense, by the way. Always being blamed.
I just don't think I'm ready for a relationship right now. I don't really think I'm in the headspace for a relationship. Like, that was giving, okay? Like, I don't think anybody had a problem with that. It's simple, it's efficient, gives us the closure we need. I still use that excuse to this day, okay? But some of y'all are out here using these weird-ass specific excuses as to not be with a girl, and it honestly hurts their feelings even more than if you were just saying that you don't want a relationship, okay?
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Men don't really care about your feelings because you make it actually hard to care about you as an individual in the first place, okay? So the reason why men are vague with these sorts of things is because obviously, clearly, they don't want a relationship with you. But in this woman's own words, what you're bringing to the table is your body. So men are going to use you for your body. And make no mistake, this is a two-way street, by the way. The women actively allow this to happen. It takes two to tango here. So dudes will come out here, they will have their fun with you, and then they will leave because they can't tolerate the part where you start talking to them, right? And guys, that might sound really awful to say, but I'm actually not saying that to be mean. It's just genuinely the truth. Dudes don't have the patience to be in relationships with women like this. And the ones that do have the patience, they'll find out in due time that they actually do not have the patience, right? Because even the guys who these women consider to be, completely above them, right? She thinks she's above the average man. What ends up happening is some average guy might get into a relationship with a woman like this, and he might think to himself, finally, I've got a girlfriend, you know? But then he's going to realize that he's just dating a monster. And when the relationship inevitably ends, he's probably going to think to himself, wow, that was a complete waste of time. That was really awful. That was a terrible experience. And he's going to move on, and he's going to become one of those guys who doesn't want anything to do with you in the future. Okay? Women actively do this to themselves, by the way. Actively. Let's keep going.
Using these weird-ass specific excuses as to not be with a girl, and it honestly hurts their feelings even more than if you were just saying that you don't want a relationship, okay? I had my friend who, this guy basically like love bombed the fuck out of her, and instead of just giving her that standard excuse, he's at her apartment for like over 2 hours just spewing bullshit that made no fucking sense.
Okay, so I have to pause this here anytime I hear women talk about their friends in stories. She's just talking about herself here, guys. Please understand that women love to pull this crap on social media where they'll pretend like they're talking about somebody else, but they're actually just sitting there and they're describing the exact situation that they found themselves in only a few days prior. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't want to look as stupid as this, so they have to pretend like it's just their friend. No, it's her, and the dude was giving you excuses as to why he didn't want a relationship. Now, she blows it completely out of proportion by saying that this went on for 2 hours and he was giving her the whole, all of these different sorts of phrases. I guarantee you it wasn't like this. She's just pissed because one way or another, he didn't want to have a relationship with her. Again, no idea why this might be the case, guys. She's an absolute catch.
There was that one point in the conversation where he's like, yeah, like, I just like really want to stop eating fast food. Like, I don't really think a relationship is good for me right now. Like, fast food? Fast food? You've got to be out of your fucking mind to think that that even makes sense. Like, honestly, when you're in a relationship, you probably are eating less fast food, like, than when you're single. That actually makes no sense. Like,
Wait. No, but see, this man probably saw your previous TikTok where you were talking about not cooking for a man and not looking after him. So to be honest, he's probably correct. He would probably end up having more fast food if he was in a relationship with you. He'd be out there paying the bills as men are supposed to do, apparently, for these women. And you know what he gets in return? Absolutely nothing. Certainly no cooking, right? It's like this guy, he's probably thinking to himself, man, she has no girlfriend or wifely qualities at all. She cannot cook anything. I'm not going to do this. That's so funny to me, man. This man is probably actively thinking about this to the point where he actually brought it up to the woman, and he's like, you know what? I don't really want to date you. I don't want to have a relationship with you because I don't really want to eat fast food. That is actually such a brutal roast. Now that I think about it, man, he was like, "Hell no, this woman's cooking is horrible when she does cook. The majority of the time she'll never cook anyway. You know, I might as well just cook for myself, and I can avoid this whole fast food nonsense that's about to happen to me." That is so funny, man.
You've got to found that shit on Bing. Like, there's no way that you just pull that excuse out of your ass. You're Googling that shit on Bing because there is no other way that you are finding that. Like, let's just go back to the standard. I don't want to be in a relationship. Like, nobody had an issue with that. Like,
wait, so this woman, ironically enough, is pissed that she's losing her marbles because a dude wouldn't date her for the exact reason that she said in the previous TikTok. That is so funny to me, guys. That is endlessly hilarious. But if you thought we were done there, we certainly are not, because this woman has many videos. I came across this woman's TikTok channel, I guess you'd call it, TikTok account, guys. And everything she puts on here is just complete nonsense. So here, we're going to be returning to the dating coach part of her profile, where she's going to give women some advice, by the way. Again, guys, these are the role models for young women today out there on TikTok, or even the older ladies who, for whatever the hell reason, have TikTok. Let's jump in.
Your man keeps getting mad at you for texting other men right in front of him. This is what you're going to tell him, okay? They'll just be like, text my brother. I'm literally texting my brother. Like, let me text my brother. He's going to be like, we've been talking for like a month now. Like, I don't think I've ever heard you mention a brother. I'm actually pretty positive you told me you don't have a brother. Just gaslight the fuck out of him. Just be like, oh my God. That's because me and my brother have a really weird triggering relationship. So sometimes I pretend that my brother doesn't exist, but like my brother reached out to me. Like my brother needs me right now. Like let me text my brother. Guarantee you he's never going to ask about you texting other men ever again. Okay. So make sure to keep texting the rest of the roster. All right. Make sure to give him all the love that you can give. Okay. Hope this tip works. Lady.
So I can't even begin to break down how stupid this is before we continue on to the next clip. That is right, guys. There is another clip. This stuff does not end. People think I'm joking, man, when I say that the TikTok content of modern women is bottomless, but I truly do mean it. It is absolutely bottomless. This is one account, okay? 400,000+ followers from what I remember when I saw it earlier. I mean, ridiculous amounts of views, and this is the dating advice that women are being given, by the way. So apparently this woman's advice is, hey, when you're with a man, continue to text a whole bunch of other men who are on your quote-unquote roster, by the way. And then when he asks about it, just gaslight him and lie, and then say that you're texting your brother. And apparently this is going to cause him to never ask again. Yeah, you know why the guy's never going to ask again? Because he's going to immediately put you into the, oh, she's not for relationships. I'm going to put her into the for fun box only. So men will emotionally check out. They will stop taking you seriously. And they will put you into the, okay, I'm just going to meet up with her at 1 a.m. on Friday evenings when I'm bored. That's the box that you put yourself in as a woman when you do this. Now, if you're fine getting absolutely no commitment out of men and being used for your body, that is fine. Okay, I'm not your father. I can't tell you what to do, but I do think it is endlessly funny. I really do. And I wonder why these women struggle with relationships. But let's continue on to the next clip here, guys. Why women should stop giving ugly guys a chance. And so the dating advice for women continues. And again, I just want to elaborate before we jump into this one, that I can see the comments on the side of this woman's profile right now. And they are all agreeing with her. Maybe I should do what I used to do back in the day and just have the comment section open so I can toggle over and show you guys. But I'll read one to you right now, okay? This comment here says, oh, has so many letters in it, by the way, that are extending the words. Oh my God, so facts. TikTok should award this video. That comment has 474 likes on it. The comment number 2 here says, so painfully accurate. That has 605 likes on it. Finally, somebody said it. That one has 1,421 likes on it. This video, for reference, that we're about to watch right here has 21.1 thousand likes on it, 3.2 thousand shares. You get the idea. Popular dating coach for women. Let's continue.
Biggest pieces of dating advice is to never go for somebody that you have no initial physical or sexual attraction to. I hate to say it, but this is one thing that I think men excel at, because guys will never go for a girl that they're not attracted to. Yeah, men will go home with girls at a bar that they're, not really interested in or attracted to, but it's just to get some. They're not actually pursuing her. But at least if something doesn't work out for a guy in his favor with a girl, it's never normally a girl that he's not attracted to. Whereas girls, on the other hand, we sit there crying about these straight up losers that we had to take weeks to convince ourselves that he was even attractive. Us girls literally refuse to show the guy that we're talking to's Instagram to our friends because we're so embarrassed that we like him. It's just funny.
Okay, so let's pause it here. A few things to mention here. So this woman says, stop giving ugly guys a chance. And so apparently women are over here crying about losers, guys, because our Instagram profiles are not up to scratch. Yeah, I don't think this is the metric you want to be using when you're judging if somebody is attractive or not. We all know that women absolutely lie their faces off over on Instagram, guys. Like, this is absolutely no secret whatsoever. I'm sorry that I'm not out here on Instagram using 5,000 different filters. Like, what do you want from me? Like, men don't even know how to use filters most of the time on their profile. Like, shut the hell up. What even is this? But here's the difference, okay? This might sound like good advice on the surface, minus all the insults that are being leveraged towards men. But here's the thing, guys. Men and women actually have very different standards for what they find attractive at the end of the day, okay? Dudes can go out there, you can present them with 5 average options in women, and a lot of guys would happily have a relationship with one of them if she wasn't a complete pain in the ass. You can give a guy 5 options and he could probably make it work with 3 to 4 of those women. I have said this on the channel before. Now, modern day women, on the other hand, this is no joke, by the way. You can literally give them 1,000 options on a dating application, for example, and they will only pursue like 10 of those guys, or like it'll be 5% or less that they will actually have any genuine interest in. Okay, so it sounds good on the surface. Oh, why can't women just go for dudes that they're attracted to? The problem is women are just shooting their shot with the top percentage of men. Now, here's the real kicker. When women do go out there and actually hook up with one of these men, what ends up happening is they set their benchmark as one of these guys. So they think that they're entitled to this quality of guy now, even though they're complete lunatics who post videos like this on TikTok, who an average man would honestly suffer from having you in his life. So riddle me that. Bit of a rant there, guys, but let's continue with this woman's
in his favor with the
dating advice video.
Girl, it's never normally a girl that he's not attracted to. Whereas girls, on the other hand, we sit there crying about these straight up losers that we had to take weeks to convince ourselves that.
Just by the way, notice how she puts the word like rat face to describe a dude on her Instagram video here, guys. Imagine if a dude was making a video like this, just throwing up insults to women on it, by the way, like this. This would be banned on TikTok in 2 seconds.
That he was even attractive. Us girls literally refuse to show the guy that we're talking to's Instagram to our friends because we're so embarrassed that we like him. It's just funny to me because I'm like, we actually get played by such losers and we are never even the ones initially attracted or interested in or pursuing them. But yeah, we are the ones getting played by them. And I'm not trying to be shallow. I'm not saying like you give a guy one look and like whatever you think of him for that first time you're seeing him is like how much you're attracted to him. But if you're willing to go on a date with a guy after like 3 to 4 dates with him, really getting to know his personality, like if you're not a lot more attracted to him or a lot more interested in him, it's like, why are you even staying with him? I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, even all the guys that I was just like hooking up with in college, not a single one of them I was really attracted to.
So let's pause it here. There are so many red flags in this video. So her, along with So this is a woman, again, who is a dating coach, by the way. And I don't think she claims to be a dating coach, but she gives a crap load of dating advice to women over on TikTok. A lot of her content is dating advice and, so I'm just going to call it, she's a dating coach basically for women. She gives very specific advice as to what women should and shouldn't do. Now, this is coming from an individual who has been with so many dudes, apparently, in college. And she's hooked up with a bunch of guys that she isn't even attracted to. Number one, this is just behavior of being someone who, I mean, I can't even describe this woman using the accurate word because I'll be banned. But she's, you know, she's for the streets, as it were. And she's giving dating advice to women. Absolutely crazy stuff here. Now, her advice here, so let's get this straight. She has hooked up with a whole bunch of guys who she didn't even view as attractive. Now, here's the funny part about this situation as well. This leads me to believe that she's just chasing dudes as well that treat her like trash. You know, and I've said this about quite a few modern women, guys, is they really do go after dudes who just don't simp for them and who aren't nice people. To be honest with you, like the dude doesn't give her attention, and so she ends up chasing him because she thinks that he's valuable. There are a lot of women out here who are like this, guys, who are attracted to dudes simply because the man refuses to give them validation and attention that they apparently deserve. Let's continue.
I just like their personality, and most of them were just really nice and like pursuing me a lot at first, so I gave them a chance, but like I was never interested in any of them or attracted to any of them. Like I can name maybe 3 guys that like I genuinely was like pretty attracted to and like wanted to talk to them. It wasn't like a whole like, oh, they were just being so nice to me, I gave him a chance. It's like, no, like he showed interest in me and I was like excited because I was really attracted to him and I liked his personality. Like I'd much rather be crying about a boy that I really liked and was really attracted to and just like wasn't a piece of shit than crying about some loser that somehow made me fall in love with him even though I have no sexual or physical attraction to. I don't want to sound shallow in saying this, but seriously, like, stop giving ugly guys a chance. 9 times out of 10, that guy is just trying to hit. Like, he's gonna be so overly nice to you so that you even just, like, consider giving him a chance, and then as soon as you give him what he wants, he's not gonna stay with you.
Okay, so let me pause it here. This is going to be the case for all of the men that you interact with, because you are just straight up not relationship material. Now, I believe, as per this woman's recent videos, that she is now in a relationship, apparently. We will see how long that one lasts. It's not going to last, guys. Again, these women who have these sorts of behaviors, they've been with too many dudes. They cannot pair bond. At a certain point, what ends up happening is these women are just completely incapable of keeping a relationship together because she's always going to be thinking about some previous dude that she hooked up with, right? Some dude was better in bed, or some dude has a nicer car, or this guy had a prettier face, or, you know, this guy had bigger muscles, or whatever the case may be. There's going to be some attribute that she's just missing that her current man is no longer or is not providing for her, right? And this is why, guys, women's pair bonding ability gets absolutely fried. Now, men's pair bonding ability also does get fried, as far as I understand, through the literature. But also, you've got to understand that most men don't actually go out and hook up with nearly as many people as a modern woman ever will, especially an average dude, right? You take the average guy, like it would take him multiple lifetimes to even reach the amount of bedroom fun partners that this single individual woman that we are covering here today has accrued across her short lifespan thus far. Like it is complete night and day, man. Fantastic stuff here. Let's keep going. Hopefully I can make it.
Even just like consider giving him a chance, and then as soon as you give him what he wants, he's not gonna stay with you. I hate to hype the men up, but seriously, like, think like a man. Like, is a guy ever gonna ask a girl on a date that he thinks is unattractive? Hell no. Like, guys will do a lot to sleep with you, like I'm saying, but like a guy is really never gonna pursue a girl that he's not attracted to. So why should we? You don't.
Just by the way, this woman is trying to say a lot about how men think. But I want to take this opportunity to make the point that, you know, a lot of women seem to think that we as dudes, we just only date the most, you have to be some sort of hyper supermodel or something like this in order to have a relationship with a man, or for a man to be interested in you and actually want to pursue a relationship with you and things like this. But let me just say, at the end of the day, if you're a woman and you're not overweight and you're a pleasant person, this is enough for most men. Right? Just be pleasant to be around. Somebody who's nice, okay? Somebody who doesn't eat a bucket load of McDonald's. Dudes are not out here specifically hunting for supermodels to have relationships with. A lot of guys will take a woman who is, you know, not a supermodel, but who actually treats him like a human, for example. Contrast this to modern women, guys. A lot of them, particularly throughout their 20s, they won't shoot for a relationship with a guy unless he's hyper attractive and makes a lot of money. Now, as women get older, they tend to change how attractive the guy is in favor of more money, so that they can get a guy who's going to provide and care for them. But they will inevitably ditch him at the end of the day anyway, especially if they've been with as many dudes as this woman has. Let's continue on to the last clip here, guys. I can't tolerate any more of this. This is the end of my day. So let's get through this nice and quick. Let's take a listen.
Amy, I don't understand how you move on from guys so quick. Like, how do you turn off your emotions like that? Guys, let me give you the secret, right? It's straight up delusion, okay? A boy doesn't like you. He's not obsessed with you. He doesn't want to date you. You tell yourself that boy is literally mentally ill, okay? Like, there is something wrong with him. The fact that he doesn't want to be with me, like, babe is not well in the head.
Okay, so I will actually give credit to the first portion of this video, because this might be the only true thing that this woman has said in her series of videos thus far that we have covered here today, is the fact that she actually acknowledges that she's being delusional here. Now, they buy into it so heavily at the end of the day, so they convince themselves that they're not delusional, but we did get a fraction, perhaps a millisecond of self-awareness here today, which is more than we can ask for. But yeah, so what ends up happening is the dudes ghost them and don't want relationships, and so then what modern women have to do is they have to go, oh, well, he's just a loser anyway. He doesn't want me, so obviously there's something wrong with the man. Let's keep going.
Doesn't want to date you. You tell yourself that boy is literally mentally ill, okay? Like, there is something wrong with him. The fact that he doesn't want to be with me, like, babe is not well in the head. He needs to get sent to rehab ASAP, okay? And when you have this mentality, you literally move on from a motherfucker so quick. Like, I'll literally be like, oh, he doesn't like me. He's literally not okay. He's, like, not well. Wish him the best, right? And then a couple hours later, you're out popping your pussy for the next man, shaking.
I'm actually gonna throw up in my mouth, man. This video, by the way, I'm gonna think about something else momentarily for a second here, aside from what this woman just said. Okay, how many likes, by the way, do you guys think that this video has? 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 likes? Wow, that would be crazy. This video has 465,000 likes on it. It has over 3,700 comments. It has been shared over on TikTok more than 64,000 times. You guys think I am joking when I say that women are absolutely delusional on TikTok? There's a lot of them that think this way. There's a lot of them that support this type of content and believe the same things. I am not kidding. I get accusations all the time, man. Oh, Taylor, you're cherry picking content. This is at the top. This is what a lot of modern women are presented with when they are looking for dating advice. You understand that? This is female role models over on TikTok, man. It is disgusting. Let's run it back. Holy hell.
He's literally not okay. He's, like, not well. Wish him the best, right? And then a couple hours later, you're out popping your pussy for the next man, shaking ass on anybody you can, and I promise you, you won't even think twice about that guy, because he's literally not okay. He's not mentally right. He cannot be with you at a time like this. I promise you. You'll just forget about him, and yeah, it'll never hurt your feelings ever again. There's always like...
So this, just by the way, this is why men don't want to have relationships with you in the first place. I think this goes completely over modern women's heads, guys, is they will make videos like this and they'll be like, yo, the man is obviously unwell. He just, there's something wrong with him because he doesn't want a relationship with me. Meanwhile, the same women are, in their own words, going out there and hooking up with other random dudes within 2 hours. Can you guys imagine what this would be like, actually having a relationship with this woman? You guys have some sort of argument, which will inevitably happen because of the type of individual that she is. But you guys have some sort of argument or disagreement. 2 hours later, she's in the club trying to hook up with random dudes. Of course the men don't want relationships with you. they can't even have them in the first place. Dudes would rather do anything else. But guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. It looks like we won't even need to cover any other women, because this woman is sufficiently crazy across enough videos that I could make an entire damn episode out of this one woman alone. And guess what, guys? I didn't even cover a fraction of her videos. But we're going to be leaving it there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, guys. Make sure you stay safe out there. Avoid women like this is my recommendation to you. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.